on the corner of 25 West Main Street in downtown Vermilion. The Spa at Winnie Mae's is proud to support programming on Coyote News. The Spa at Winnie Mae's, providing salon and spa services for men, women, and children.
Up on Coyote News, we'll tell you about the impact music majors have on high school students.
Plus, we'll show you the ways to stay active this spring. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Solik.
And I'm Devin Martin. We'll get to those stories and more, but first...
A USD lost a member of its community over spring break.
Sophomore Caitlin Carmen was killed in a motor vehicle accident last Thursday just outside of Sioux Falls. Carmen was a special education, elementary education major, a member of Pi Beta Phi, and a Coyote cheerleader. A candlelight vigil was held on Monday night at Prentice Park with more than 200 people gathering to remember Carmen. A memorial video created for Carmen was posted on Twitter and has garnered more than 250 retweets and more than 1,500 favorites. Caitlin's friends have also designed a sticker to remember her. Caitlin's family also plans to set up a scholarship in her honor.
Stephen Hawking passed away yesterday at his home in Cambridge, England. Hawking was 76 years old and was the best-known theoretical physicist of his time. His book, A Brief History of Time, became an international bestseller. Hawking was diagnosed with ALS when he was only 21. High school students across the country walked out of school this morning to demand action on gun violence. This was one of the biggest students' protests since the Vietnam era. Students were urged to leave class at 10 this morning, local time, for 17 minutes, 1 minute for each of the victims from the Florida Parkland shooting. Students from numerous high schools within the state took part in the walkout. United Airlines says it'll be changing its pet policy, specifically to rules about pet carriers. The potential changes come after the death of a dog in an overhead bin on a recent flight. A flight attendant instructed the owner to put the pet carrier in the overhead bin because it was blocking the aisle. United has taken full responsibility for the incident. And those are your headlines. So Carter, is the sun going to continue to shine for the rest of the week?
Unfortunately not. It looks like it's going to snow on Friday. Right now it's 61 degrees outside. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low around 25. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high around 47. We're slowly starting to see those spring temperatures work their way back in. Thursday night will get down to about 28, and we'll be seeing a mix of rain and snow for Friday with a high of 44. The rain and snow will continue into Friday night with a low near 29. Looking toward your St. Patrick's Day weekend forecast, the sunshine will be back along with the warmer temperatures, as we'll be hitting 47 on Saturday. We'll drop down to 29 overnight. As for Sunday, we'll see partly cloudy conditions with a high of 48. And that's your Coyote weather.
Thanks, Carter. USD's music program hosted its annual jazz festival yesterday. The event started in the morning with jazz bands, vocal jazz groups, and show choirs performing throughout the day, followed by award ceremonies. Music professor Dr. Coker says that the festival is a learning experience for both high school and USD students.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for the schools because it's a chance to come out and perform in front of an audience. We've got a great lineup of judges that are recording comments and giving feedback that the directors and students will be able to take home, listen to, and learn from. A lot of our students are majoring in music, so it's a chance for them to get to hear high school students. A lot of our USD students are also going to be future teachers themselves, so they kind of get to see how a jazz festival operates.
Student Justin Prey also says that the Jazz Festival is a great opportunity and wants to use it to recruit students to the USD music program.
Make sure all the kids have a really good experience and have a really positive impression of USD, and so like maybe they'll come here and make our jazz bands that much better. And then like seeing how many people from all the high schools are really passionate about jazz music is kind of inspiring to see.
Groups from around the area to perform.
Coming up, we'll tell you how to improve your sleeping habits.
This is Coyote News.
If you're a USD student veteran, there's a place made for you on campus to relax, entertain yourself, or spend time with other student veterans. The Center for Continuing Education houses the Student Veteran Resource Center.
Some of the things that we provide our student veterans is programming, free printing, computer use. We have Xboxes, we have couches and things of those matter for them to just hang out and chill and have a place to go and crash for an hour or two in between classes rather than drive home. People should use the Vet Center because we provide a lot of structure and a good home base for returning veterans and current veterans if you're in the Guard or Reserve Forces.
RC is open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. On Sunday, clocks all around the world sprang forward for the first daylight saving time of 2018. But do you know the reason for the time change or how it could affect your body? Jan Burkhout says DST was introduced during World War I in hopes to save electricity. However, he says it is still being practiced today due to humans' instinctive procrastination tendencies.
We want to stay up later, do more work in the evening. After a full day's work, we like to party and play for the evening, and it would be nice if we had daylight for that. But actually, it doesn't save much in the way of energy.
Says the effects of DST are similar to those of jet lag because it causes the body to desynchronize. He says it is important to stay flexible during DST. Things that can help synchronize your body include background noise, when you eat, when you relax, and when you exercise. Clocks spring forward in March to allow for an extra hour of daylight in the summer, but fall back once again in November.
A professor of neurology was on USD's campus yesterday to discuss sleep deprivation with students. She also spoke to the Yote Report's Nick Nelson about tips for better sleeping.
Between the recent daylight savings time change and just being a student in general, sleep can be hard to come by. But according to Roxanne Pritchard, a professor of neurology at the University of St. Thomas, sleep plays a vital role in one's academic performance.
You're more stressed, your performance suffers, you're more likely to have accidents, you're more likely to get sick, and you're less likely to feel just happy, functioning, smart human being. So sleep is restorative. Sleep is powerful.
If you're a student, you may know how difficult it is to get sleep every once in a while. That's why taking a nap is suggested to help get some of that sleep.
The nap needs to be 20 to 30 minutes of light sleep halfway through your waking period. So if I get up at 6, my nap is at 2. If I get up at 8, your nap might be at 3 or 4. So halfway between when you wake up and go to bed is a good time for a quick 20 to 30 minute nap.
The overall message from Dr. Pritchard: better sleep makes for better mental health and success in school. For the Yote Report, I'm Nick Nelson.
And recent studies have also shown that student athletes perform better with regular sleep schedules.
After the break, we've got the results from the Intramural Basketball Championships.
This is Coyote News.
Some USD students are taking their passion for business to the Big Apple. The campus investment organization Coyote Capital Management will be attending the Quinnipiac Global Assessment Management Education Forum in Midtown Manhattan next week. The forum, co-sponsored by NASDAQ, hosts college students from around the world as they attend the discussion panels and meet with major business employers. While in the city, Coyote Capital Management will also meet with USD's alumni base and learn about the future of finance. The organization has been attending the GAME Forum since 2012, providing members a hands-on opportunity in New York's global business hub.
The University of South Dakota Wellness Center recently wrapped up their intramural basketball championships in the Sanford Coyotes Sports Center. The games took the two best teams in each respective bracket and faced them off in the university's varsity arena. Assistant Director of Intramurals Connor Singheisen says the opportunity to play in a collegiate level arena is exciting for all students involved in the Wellness Center basketball program.
I think it's one of the greatest things we can do. Get the students out here on the court where the USC athletes play. It's a large arena. They get music. They get to play on the court that they see their fellow student athletes play on every weekend during the week. I think it's really just an awesome experience for them to kind of give back.
Playing in the Sports Center is an added incentive for teams competing in the playoffs to make it to the crowning game. The basketball championships mark the end of the winter intramural season. In the Greek championship game, Teak Orange beat Teak White 56-38.
End of the semester stress can begin to take a toll on students. Coyote News' Skylar Palmwith shows us how the Wellness Center can be a good tool for stress relief.
Established in 2011, the Wellness Center at USD has been committed to helping the public better themselves physically and mentally. They offer a wide array of activities such as Zumba classes, personal training, Group X classes, club sports, and many more that you can do on your own. I sat down with Wellness Center Director Steve Meyer to get his thoughts on some of the new and unique features of the center.
Yeah, I think when you come in the door, you initially see the climbing wall, which is a feature that was on purpose put towards the front of the building, so when it's dark out or when the lights are on, you can really see it. As far as any new equipment, we did get a lot of new equipment over the Christmas break. We got more half racks for the lifters, and we got a whole new line of strength equipment in our upstairs area. So a lot of new things happening here at the Wellness Center.
As far as the Wellness Center's goals for the students themselves, Mayor encourages anyone of any age or experience in working out to partake in what they have to offer.
We try to be a welcoming facility to whether you're a freshman or a fifth-year senior, grad school student. We think we have something for everybody here, so come check us out.
Reporting for Coyote News, I'm Skylar Ponwith.
The Wellness Center is open 7 days a week.
The Student Government Association has a new president and vice president who are taking office this month. Now, Coyote News' Allie Boyson is joining us live from the Sanford Coyote Sports Center with the new SGA president. Allie?
Thanks, Lauren. Before students left for spring break, they voted in their new SGA leaders in a turnout that surpassed last year's. I'm here with newly elected President Josh Sorby. Josh, what was your reaction when you saw the results of the election?
I was excited. A lot of people voted this year. We had about 1,550 students vote, and that's past any sort of voter turnout in recent SGA history. So obviously we're really excited with the result, and we were excited that students were interested in the election this year.
What new things do you wish to implement to benefit students?
Yeah, so going forward, making sure that the new university president is onboarded and that they have a good sense of what student concerns are. We're really looking to do a lot of collaboration with the community of Vermilion. Vice President Madison Green, she is an intern at the Vermilion Chamber, so we've gotten a lot of new ideas, and we're working with Nate Welch, the executive director, to put those in place.
How are you preparing to transition from senator to president?
Yeah, so I've been on Senate for about 1.5 years now, and it definitely will be a learning curve, but Tegan McNary, the current president, is doing a great job of transitioning us and making sure that I remember the perspectives of what I liked as a senator, and I make sure that those are still there as the president.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh and Green will be sworn in on Tuesday. Reporting live from the Sanford Coyote Sports Center, I'm Allie Boyson for Coyote News.
Thanks, Allie. So, Lexi, I hear the basketball teams have some postseason play coming their way.
Yes, they sure do, Lauren. We'll tell you who they are playing this week next in sports.
Climbing's awesome because it's challenging, both mentally and physically. love climbing because even when you're not climbing, you get a great view.
Climbing's great because I feel like Spider-Man.
Climbing is great, because even my nerd friends can do it.
Climbing's awesome because there's always someone who has your back.
Come to the rock wall and figure out why climbing's awesome for you.
This is Coyote News.
Hello, I'm Carter Hofer. Tonight on Coyote Sports, basketball postseason action continues.
And I'm Lexi Peterson. The softball team takes down a ranked team. But first,
the University of Memphis has fired men's basketball coach Tubby Smith after 2 seasons with the team. This comes after the athletic department has seen both a decrease in attendance and donations. Memphis issued a statement saying that an agreement of separation was reached and that there's still details to be finalized. Vermilion High School senior AJ Plitzweit earned 2017-2018 Gatorade South Dakota Boys Basketball Player of the Year. Plitzweit, son of USD women's basketball coach Don Plitzweit, averaged nearly 34 points and 9 rebounds per game. The United States leads all countries in medals at the 2018 Paralympic Games with a total of 21. The U.S. is followed by neutral Paralympic athletes with 17 and a tie for third between Canada and Ukraine with 16. And those are your sports headlines.
USD athletes come from all around the world. In this week's Sport Report, Caitlin Ryan talks with one tennis player about adjusting to life in the United States.
When picking out a college, staying close to home can be a common factor among students, but that is not always the case. Nanette Neeland is from Finland and is one of the international students on the USD tennis team. Neeland said what helped make the decision to come to South Dakota was because of the coach.
Brett, our coach, I really liked him and the program, and also I think the academics, nursing, and I think his attitude towards he supports our academic stuff as well and not just athletics.
Although being homesick may be a common occurrence, being here at USD and being part of the legacy makes it all worth it.
I really enjoy my time at USD. I made some really good friends over here, and especially in the team that we're spending time all the time, together, traveling and practicing, but also outside of the athletics, especially in my nursing classes now.
Neeland also said that it's nice to have a team that knows what you're going through when entering a new culture, and that they're able to help you out when you need it.
I would think we really do a good job with supporting each other and understanding, versus if you talk to other people here who live oh, my home is in Sioux Falls, and then it's very close and it's just, you don't get to see your family. It's tough. I think we do a good job in supporting each other.
For the Sports Report, I'm Caitlin Ryan.
It was a week of awards for several Coyote teams. In track and field, the Summit League announced this morning 6 USD athletes were named to their respective academic All-Summit League teams. The honorees include Zach Anderson, Ashley Thompson, Lindsay Joyce, Shanice Canigan, Megan Billington, and Eldon Warner. The 6 accolades bring the Yotes up to 14 total for men's and 18 for women's during the indoor season. In women's basketball, Kira Duffy was voted to the Academic All-America Division I Women's Basketball Third Team. Duffy becomes the first Coyote women's basketball player to earn the honor at the D1 level. On the other side, in men's basketball, Matt Mooney earned First Team All-District 12 honors for the 2nd straight season. He started all 33 games he played in this year and scored 30 or more points in 5 games this season. You can watch Mooney play tonight as the men's basketball team takes on North Texas in the first round of the Coyote Basketball Invitational Tournament. The Coyotes accepted an invite to the tournament following their loss to South Dakota State in the championship of the Summit League tournament last week. The matchup inside the Sanford Coyote Sports Center will begin in about 2 hours. Also continuing their postseason play, the women's team will host the first round of their WNIT matchup against Houston tomorrow night at 7. The women earned an automatic bid for the tournament after also falling to South Dakota State in the championship of the Summit League tournament. The women's golf team traveled to Farmers Branch, Texas this week to take part in the Bradley Spring Break Invitational. The Coyotes placed 6th overall, with Abby Dufresne finishing tied for 5th at 227 strokes, and our own Lexi Peterson tied for 8th at 229 strokes. Meanwhile, the men's golf team competed at the Jackrabbits Invitational in Boulder City, Nevada. Matt Tolan led the team to an 8th place finish with a 21st place finish of his own. Tolan's 218 strokes were followed by fellow teammate Tommy Vining, who placed 25th with 219 strokes. Next, the men compete in the Twin Oaks Intercollegiate this weekend. The women's next tournament will be at the Northern Arizona Red Rocks Invitational on March 24th and 25th.
The softball team played upset in the Wildcat Classic in Arizona as they took down 24th ranked USC Upstate by a score of 7-4. The Spartans were 18-0 and boosted the nation's 4th best batting average before entering the tournament. Coyote pitchers Sarah Lisco and Dusty Durham held the Spartans to just 9 hits. On the offensive end, the Yotes scored 7 hits off of 9 runs. Their next tournament will be in Memphis beginning on Friday.
3 Coyotes represented USD at the NCAA Indoor Championships in College Station, Texas late last week. Senior Shanice Canigan took 15th in the women's pentathlon and earned All-America's second-team honors for her performance at the championships. Meanwhile, sophomore pole vaulters Helen Falda and Chris Nielsen both claimed top 15 finishes to wrap up their indoor seasons. Falda took 14th place in the pole vault after clearing 13 feet, 5 3/4 inches, earning the 13th All-America accolade in the women's pole vault since moving to Division I. Nielsen placed runner-up in the men's pole vault after clearing 18 feet, 4 1/2 inches. He also earned his 3rd career All-America first-team finish at the championships. The sophomore now has the most Division I All-America accolades by a Coyote male.
USD guard Matt Mooney was voted to the Summit League All-Decade team during the Summit League Championships. After the break, we'll show you how Mooney's passion for the game drives him.
USD's Media and Journalism Department can be seen and heard all over campus. Faculty members know that hands-on experience now is the key to success after college. Get professional experience by participating in one of the many practicums offered. Have your voice heard on the radio. Edit a promo for a campus organization. Investigate breaking news stories for a weekly newspaper. Design advertisements for local businesses. Get involved with the Media and Journalism Department at USD and start your future now.
This is Coyote News.
Matt Mooney currently sits 20th on the Coyotes' all-time scoring list and was also just voted to the All-Decade team at the Summit League basketball tournament. Last year at this time, Mooney told Coyote News' Taylor Kidd he hoped to have a memorable basketball career.
My name is Matt Mooney. I am a redshirt sophomore. Here I play shooting guard. The shooting guard usually shoots a lot and is supposed to be a good shooter. I love the things you can do with the basketball, whether it be dribbling the ball in different ways, different moves you can do on your defenders, different finishes. I just love the creativity involved. When I was little, my favorite sport was always basketball. We had these little hoops in my basement, and I always go down there and I'd imagine I was Allen Iverson. I'd put like a headband on and play with this little ball. Mom and Dad would take me to go watch some high school players play. Just watching them play, I really always wanted to play Division I basketball, and I just loved watching them play and wanted to be as good as they were one day. My older brother, Daniel, really inspires me just because of his work ethic. He just committed himself to working out and getting better every day, and he got really good at basketball and really good at baseball. He's just a great example for me and a great role model. It's been great at times, it's been bad at times, but it's always been there for me, and even when something's not going right, I can come in the gym and just shoot around. It gives me peace. This year we played North Dakota State here at home. I missed 2 free throws at the end of the game, and we lost the game. And That was like an example of like an extreme low. Like you feel just terrible. Like you let everybody down, including yourself. And the next game we played Fort Wayne here at home. It was literally almost the exact same situation. And I had 2 free throws to put us up by 3. And this time I made both of them. At that moment, I was just so appreciative of the game of basketball. And I can't really explain how I felt. I just felt so, what's the word? Just relieved. And it was just a great feeling. Your game will show how hard you've really worked. And I think most of the time the best players are the ones who have really worked hard, and people don't always understand what it took for them to get to that level. I want to get everything out of this ability that I have. So I don't want to look back and say, oh, I wish I would have worked harder, I wish I would have played better or put in more time. Individually, I want to be the best player to ever play here at USD. I would love to be remembered in that way. But I want to be remembered as a great teammate and as a hard worker and as just a good person. There's a lot of excitement in the game of basketball that I love, and at the end of the day, it's a sport, so the competitive nature of it, I love to compete, and it's just a fun game.
Nothing but net.
And just a reminder, the game tips off at 7 tonight, and student tickets are free. Are either of you planning on going?
Absolutely.
I definitely am going as well. And the Volante also doesn't have an issue out this week, but check out the online story about tonight's Spectrum Drag Show.
That's all for Coyote News. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
And be sure to watch and listen for Coyote News daily updates throughout the week on KAOR and on the Coyote News social media pages.
Thank you and have a great night.